We are here. We are here. Welcome to Eat Sleep Sixes. I am BG. I got one of my co-hosts with me, 215, the sports guy. And as always, Jenny from the block has returned from a hiatus. Her hiatus, she is returned. So, and wait, give me a second. We also got my man Jose. I think he just wanted to make an entrance. I think he felt me giving the intro.
That's all it was. That's all it was. He wanted
Yep.
to come through, have us put the cape on his back, like they used to do. Who's that? James Brown. Put the cape on him. Welcome, man. Welcome. You know, big man is out tonight. Memphis Grizzlies. I mean, I know we had the conversation a few pods ago about him taking a rest. You know, y'all gave me a little, you know what I mean, work about it, but we all knew this time was coming. And if you saw last game, the big man probably needs a little bit of rest. You know, what do you guys think about it tonight?
Yeah, I agree. You know, he it's really hard thing to do what he's been doing lately. Obviously it has been noted. They keep reminding everybody about that streak like every game. So I mean, you know, he's doing more than enough. So if you ask me, he deserves a rest. You don't want to, you know what I mean, gas him out.
Yeah, most definitely. Let's swing that question around the horn. Jen, how do you feel about the big man being out tonight versus the Grizzlies?
Well, I'm disappointed because I would like to see how we would play against Ja with Embiid. However, I mean, we all thought maybe he was going to take a rest for the Kings game, which he didn't end up doing, thankfully, because I would have missed him. So I think it makes sense for them to rest him now. It's a Monday night game, and they have a lot of important games coming up. So go ahead.
B Jizzle, your take?
It's much needed, man. I hate the NBA does load management. I hate that sometimes superstars need a break, but you talk about carrying a franchise. If you could put somebody on your back for that long, you deserve a break. Oh Lord, he has literally put Philadelphia on his back and said, "Let me take y'all where we need to go." So him taking a break tonight, I mean, I would have rather that break been against Sacramento. I'm sorry, Jen.
No.
I'm sorry, Jen. I would have rather it been against Sacramento, but you know what? He earned a day off. But while we're talking about that bad news, can we talk about good news?
Let's do it.
He was awarded Eastern Conference Player of the Week.
Yeah. We was all feeling some type of way about him not, you know what I mean, getting it the prior week. So he definitely got his due.
He's more than likely going to be a back-to-back Eastern Conference Player of the Month. Like, I don't see how they can give it to anybody else. I honestly don't see how they can give it to anybody else.
If they do, that's a crime.
So we comment, shout out to him. He's referring to, I got a strong one in on tonight's game. I'm going to assume it's a bet. He wants to hear our tape. Now, CJ, I hope you didn't put your money against the Sixers because Embiid was out tonight. This is what I'm hoping you didn't do, bro, because it's not like past years. Drummond is very capable of holding down the fort, center-wise, blocking shots, rebound. He's not going to give you 30 points like Embiid, but he can hold down the fort in the paint. How do you guys feel about that and Embiid's absence tonight and Drummond's performance? Let's take that around the horn.
Well, let me just reply to Sam Jones' comment. He's not going to be here with us tonight. I'm sorry. We're going to get Charles Bassey.
And I like that. I'm not going to lie. I know that Carl. I know Carl has a love for B-ball Paul, unlike no other. But honestly, Carl, you can't tell me that B-ball Paul has been more productive than Bassey when they had to play. You have
fire Daryl Morey. This is what I say about that. This is what I got to say about that. Because, you know, you don't even give the young boy an opportunity to get his motor going. You just don't give
Ooh.
him an opportunity to have consistent minutes to get comfortable in the NBA. You just rip him out and put him back in the NBDL where he dominated already. Go ahead. I'm sorry, PJ. I'm sorry.
Carl, I get it, and I hear what you're saying. And when we see his stat line, where he's at now with the Blue Coats, you'd be like, man, this dude is putting up numbers, but it just
It's a
hasn't
monster.
translated. When he plays with us, he just doesn't look there. I'm not no knock on the kid because I said I wanted him to play last year, and
Hmm.
especially after I saw him in the summertime. So I saw him in the summertime playing in a couple summer leagues, and I'm like, yo, B-ball ball can play, but it hasn't translated. It hasn't translated over.
I hear you. I hear you. And all jokes aside, honestly, I just feel like he didn't get consistent enough minutes to get comfortable and acclimated to the NBA game. Of course, he's nervous. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
what
Hmm.
what calms nerves is experience. So I don't think Doc has did a good job at that. I'm just calling how I see it.
Well, also, I mean, I hear what you're saying, Carl, but also, like, if you look at somebody like Maxi, he has no fear. He was like, first time he was on that court, he had
True,
no fear. So,
true,
I mean, there is kind of a difference for
true.
some players who just don't have nerves, it seems.
Listen,
Plus,
I'm more.
plus,
Go ahead.
whose minutes does he take, Carl?
I'm
With
just
our
saying on
full
the night.
roster, with our full roster, whose minutes do he take? He
Oh
can't take
no, on
Tobias
the
minutes.
night.
He can't take Niang's minutes. We just
Absolutely,
we just don't have
absolutely.
room for him.
Right now, I get it, but on a night like tonight, when Embiid is resting, I would love to have seen him up instead of. I like Bassey. No, don't get me wrong. I like the kid. I like him a lot, but I think he needs those same minutes B-ball Paul was getting in the NBD or the G League, excuse me,
Keep
last
calling
year.
him.
You
Yeah.
know what I mean? And he can be up and he and B-ball Paul could be up here with the team. I'm just saying. We got a difference of opinion. Shout out to Dan Holmes. Shout out to Sam Jones. Thanks for watching with us tonight, guys. So
Let's jump into
we're
the
going to
starting
go right
lineups
in.
real quick.
Let's do it.
Starting lineups. Yeah, let's get the starting lineups out the way. Tyrese Maxey and Seth in the backcourt. Tobias, Matisse, and Drummond, man in the front court. Our injury report is back to a full roster. Ben Simmons, Shake Milton, Joel Embiid, Seth Curry says day to day, but he's obviously in the starting lineup, so he's playing. And no Korkmaz tonight. I think they heard us when we said maybe he needs a day. I don't know if anything's really wrong with him. Maybe he just needs some time, like
I
Danny got
watched him
some time.
tweak his ankle during the Kings game, and I was like, oh,
Yeah.
maybe he'll
Oh,
be out for
Yeah.
the next game.
you sound so
Shame.
worried.
Jen. Listen. Hopefully,
She said, "Dang,
hopefully,
He's 2 for 2 tonight.
Ooh.
that was a good one."
hopefully, hopefully, is a light sign that Maury may be working behind the scenes on something. Who knows? You know,
Who
who knows?
knows?
Who
Tick
knows?
tock, tick tock. That's all I got to
Tick
say.
tock,
10
tick
days,
tock.
10 days, 10 days into the trade deadline. 10 days, everybody. I'm nervous, man. I'm
I am
nervous. I don't
too.
know what's going to happen. I don't know what's
Since
going to happen.
since
Um,
we don't go ahead,
I'm
Hov.
just I'm at a point where I'm just gonna act like nothing until something happens because I don't want to get overexcited and then be
Hmm.
disappointed
Right.
because
Yeah,
the second half of the season ain't gonna be nice on this podcast if I get disappointed. So the best thing I can do is just keep my cool.
Yep. That's all you can do.
the,
If you can't do anything about it, then
the
sit
one
back
thing that
and watch.
the one thing that Daryl Morey has showed me, he can give a hot damn about public opinion or what people think he should do or what pressure he's getting to do. So, like Jose said, man, I'm just taking a wait and see approach. One thing I do know for sure by the buyout market time, this team will be upgraded in some type of way. Will it be the way we want it with the guy we want going? I don't know. I don't know if that happens, but I do think this team will be upgraded. There are some holes as we were discussing in Sixers 24/7 on a post I put up. I put that, and I'll put this to y'all, and I'll bring it around the horn. I stated in the group that I feel like this team this year is a better team than last year. What are your feelings on that?
Yeah, I read that post, and
I read it
I
too, and
would
I ain't
say
found
I
it.
would say
Oh
offensively.
well,
Okay,
yeah, I hear you, Jen.
offensively,
I hear you, Jen.
their defense could still use a little work.
Most definitely, most definitely. I will agree with that, but I'll let the rest of the guys answer
I
before I
I
rebuttal on
I
that.
I, I can't tell you what to say or think, but I don't see where there's a but in that because the proof is there. Offensively, they're to me they're better, even though they weren't first last year, but they ain't first now. We ain't that far away from first. But the reason why we were first last year because our defense was better. So,
Right.
right, offensively, we are a better team this year. I gotta agree with that.
BJ,
Well, I'm gonna just go ahead and play devil's advocate because I don't like ever agreeing with Carl. I don't ever like
I
agreeing with
know,
Jose.
I know.
And
So like, bring it.
I'm gonna say that we are not better than last year. We just have better strengths, different strengths and different weaknesses this year. But I wouldn't say better because I feel like what we got out of Drummond, what we get out of Drummond is what we was getting out of Dwight Howard, plus or minus one or two stats. Other than that, what changed, guys? The only we actually low key got worse. The only thing that's a constant better is the fact that Embiid went from being playing at an MVP level to playing at an all world level. That's the only thing
Mm.
that changed, in my opinion. I feel like
Okay.
everybody else is giving us what they gave us last year, and the only glaring hole is that we're not as good defensively. Uh, and that's because 2-5's not here. If 2-5's here, we're probably better defensively, but we're probably worse offensively. So I
Right.
think our strengths and weaknesses changed. I wouldn't say we so much are a better team.
That makes
Okay.
sense. Good points.
I'd like to, I'd like to rebuttal all of you right now, and basically
Okay.
all of you at one
How you
time.
gonna rebuttal Jose
All
when
of you.
Jose agreed
All,
with you?
well, all of you. I'm gonna make some solid points right now. I think we have a better backup center, minus the boneheaded decision making. Okay. I also think we have a better point guard because you can't put him in a box. You can't really game plan for him. You could game plan for Ben Simmons offensively. You can't really game plan for a Maxi and Embiid duel. Okay, we have a better center. This is a better Joel Embiid we're getting. Not only that, we have a better Mike Scott off the bench in George Nang.
Who?
That's
Mike,
much improved.
is he still playing basketball?
Carl, Carl,
I had to get his
Carl,
eyebrows ruffled. I
Carl.
had to get his eyebrows ruffled real
You
quick.
know
Yeah,
you don't say Mike Scott name when Jose got his headphones on.
I know. I just had to. I wanted to see him that look. I didn't see that look on his face in a long time. We have a better backup power forward. You know, George Nang is like here as far as upgrading what we had last year.
Okay.
Here, okay.
I
Now,
wanted to. I wanted to talk. I'm not. I'm not going to let you just keep going. It like so. You think that point one because yes, we have a better
we
power
could.
forward. Who's our better point guard? So what we gained in a forward position, we didn't gain in a better backup point guard. Who's our backup point guard? Carl, go.
Oh
I'll
no,
wait. So
no.
I get
Shake.
what you're saying. We added things, but we also lost things. So you can't just
Let
you
me
can't definitively say we're
let me.
better.
Shake has been out for about 80% of the season. I feel like if Shake has been playing, you know, that void and backup point wouldn't be so blatant. You know, he will be able to fill that void somewhat. We're missing about 14 points, 5 assists off the bench that he gives us. We're missing that. So with him in the lineup, you
Occasionally, don't
know,
say it like that's his average.
okay,
I was about to say, don't.
occasionally, but he definitely
I love
gives you
Sheik.
that. I like Shake too. You know what I mean? He's one of the better younger guards in the NBA off the bench. And I feel like we're missing that. We are missing that. Do
No,
we
I'm gonna
need a
tell you what.
steady? Go ahead, host.
With or without Ben Simmons, we still
Who?
2-5.
Wow.
With or
For the
without
quarter,
2-5,
for the quarter in the
we
jar.
still don't
That's
got a
right.
small forward. I would love to drop my mic, but it costs me too much.
Hey, Jose, Jose, that's why I can't agree with Carl. Because yes, I do agree with some of Carl's points, but the things we added, we lost stuff too. So I don't know if I say we're
Yeah,
better. I
yeah,
love
yeah.
this team. I love this team last year, and I love them even more this year. As time grows, I get more love for my Sixers. So I love this team more than I loved last year's team. But I don't know if I can say definitively better. I don't know if I can say
I'm not.
definitive because I'll put it like this. I'll just pose this last question for this comment. I mean, for this segment. If you put
Mhm.
this year's starting lineup and they played last year's starting lineup, who wins? Forget the bench.
Foul Ben
Just
from
to start. Just to start. No,
foul
don't tell
Ben
me.
foul
Don't
Ben
tell me
Simmons
what.
from the tip off.
Don't tell me what
Foul
your
him from the tip off.
game plan would be. Just tell me if they just play 5-on-5 rec ball, which team will win? And I think last year's team starting five will win.
I don't.
I don't either.
I don't. If you do
I
that
don't
game
either.
today, I don't, because this starting five gonna do what Atlanta did.
Yeah, I got this starting five
They
sweeping
got tape.
Atlanta
They got
off the
tape.
court.
They got tape.
Yeah,
They got
yeah,
tape.
yeah,
This year's
yeah.
Joel alone could beat last year's team.
Okay.
Bottom line.
I don't mind
Bottom
being an
line.
outcast. I don't mind being an outcast. I think y'all crazy. Let's not
Hey,
forget.
that's why you love us, baby.
Let's not forget. Hold on.
Lamar
No,
Burgers.
no. Y'all
This
about to
year's
get me.
lineup.
Thank you. No. He tripping too. Don't
No,
forget.
no, no,
You,
Don't
no.
forget. We were all fighting. Listen, we were all fighting for Tobias Harris to be an All-Star player last year. Would you fight for him this year?
I
No,
wasn't
because he's not.
fighting.
He's a
No,
worse
because
version
he's
of
not.
himself.
So
He's a
here we
worse
go.
version of
And we could
himself.
break down every position if you want. We could do that. I could do this all night.
Listen,
We could do this all night.
listen. We'll come right back to this on post game, but we're at that time marker,
Man,
BG.
they got my
We're at
blood
that
pressure
time
high.
marker.
Oh,
Jose,
we didn't even
hit
give our
it.
keys, but
We'll
we'll go.
give them after.
no, that's after. That's after. And now for BG's over and under.
All right, I calmed down for that little split commercial break. So tonight for the over and unders, I mean, it's obvious with the big fella out. I have to test Drummond. I have to test him. I have to test him. I have to test him. So I'm going with Drummond for the stat that I always look forward to him having big numbers in, and I go Drummond 15 rebounds, over or under. Jose, you go first.
I'm gonna go under.
Under 15 rebounds.
Yep.
Okay. Carl,
Over.
I
Just
like
because
it.
he's getting the minutes. He's getting the
He's
minutes.
gonna get the minute, and that's how I feel. He get 10 rebounds in 10 minutes of play.
Yeah.
I tend to agree with you. Jen,
I think if he is locked in, he could definitely go over. So
did I
we're gonna
just hear
hope for that.
a bunch of ifs? I need a definite over under, ma'am.
You know, I'm gonna go over.
I like it. I like it. I'm also going to go over. I think he has one of those 17, 18 rebound nights. He's going to get a big that rebounds too, so it's going to be tough.
Moving on up to
All
the top.
So
No deluxe apartment in the sky.
Sing it.
I'm gonna go with the next over under. I'm gonna challenge a guy who we expect his offense to go to another level with Joe out. So I'm gonna challenge.
Tobias.
Nope, not yet.
Oh,
Not yet.
okay.
Not yet. Not yet. Tyrese Maxey going up against the MVP candidate and John Morant, knowing that we need more offense. Does Tyrese Maxey score 24 points over or under? Jen, you start us off.
I'm gonna go under. Sorry, Tyrese. Going under.
Carl?
I'm going to go over. I think this kid is going to have a bang out game tonight. Simply because there's more, excuse me, way more shots available tonight for him, and we're going to need every one of them. Every one of them.
How much?
24.
Over.
I like it. I'm gonna go over as well, simply because I think he takes on this type of challenge. Like we've Jen said it earlier in the show. He has no fear, man, and I think he's looking at John Morant as one of the best guards in the league, as he should, because he is, and he's up to for the challenge. I'm not saying he outplays John Morant. I'm not saying that, oh, watch this, he's going to show that he's better than John Morant, but I think he definitely steps up and has a big game. So real quick, the last one is a different over under than we've ever done. It is no number involved. I repeat, there is no number involved. Tobias Harris is our leading money getter on this team. Our best player is out. We need Tobias to step up. Is Tobias Harris our leading scorer tonight? If you say over, you're saying yes. If you say under, you say no. Over or under for Tobias Harris being our leading scorer tonight? Oh, don't nobody want to go. Oh, now y'all quiet.
I'm not.
No, I'm
not
gonna go. I'm gonna go.
Go ahead.
Because I picked Tyrese Maxey to go over, I'm saying under for Tobias.
And since if we had done our keys to the game, Tobias Harris was going to be my key, and so I'm going over.
I like it.
And this
Jen,
is not. And it's not.
Jen, you got to go against all of us anyway because you in last place. So if I was you, I would always pick the opposite of what we picked.
This is not.
Okay.
This is not for selfish reasons because I got the whole bet thing going with him, but I'm going to say under simply because
you don't want to buy that jersey. We know.
I don't think he got it. I just don't think he got it. And Tobias, I hope you watching again, bro. I haven't seen the Chinese acupunctures on your arm, bro. And ever since you stopped,
maybe you'll see it tonight.
Because ever since you stopped getting them, you've been medium. You've been,
bro. But hold up,
3 in a row. We at 3.
Listen, you can't be a hypocrite, bro, because you said these are the words that came out of your mouth. You said, bruh, you don't got give me 30. I just need you to leave it all.
Just go all out. Just go all out.
Main man was efficient last game.
3 straight games. We got 3 straight
games.
But
listen, let's go right at it because we got 4 minutes.
Hold on, let me get my over. Let me get my over before you go. Let me get mine. I'm gonna go under. I'm going under. Go ahead, Carl.
I'm not even going to
So
go hard.
I'm the only one going over here?
You need to be the only one because you're losing. You're losing.
Listen, we got 4 minutes left.
You're just trying to put me further in the hole.
And Jen, you jumped out the window a little early because we're going to go right into our keys of the game. I'm going to get my key. I'm going to give my key of the game first, and I'm going to say, transition baskets. We don't have the big fella out there, which means we're going to have to create easy buckets. So we're going to have to lead this game in transition baskets, man. Fast break. I want to see us on a break. I want to see us running. Maxey with the ball in his hand. Everybody running. Let's swing that around the horn.
It could be a lot faster game without Joel. So we got some guys who are fast. Tyrese is fast. Tobias can be fast.
Can be fast.
Most definitely.
It doesn't mean he always is, but he can be.
So I know you already alluded to it, Jen. But could you explain your keys to the game?
We need Tobias, our $180 million man, to come up huge. We really do. He never does come up huge when we need him to come up huge, but I'm rooting for him this time. Come, Tobias.
I picked my over and under like if I was actually betting money, but the fan in me wants Tobias and Drummond to ball out. So if I lose my over and under, then I'm cool with that because without Embiid, we need these guys to show off.
I hear you.
I usually pick certain things about the game that I want to go a certain way for my keys to the game, but I just think the pick and roll with Drummond and Maxey should be there a lot tonight, and I would love to see it because the one thing that Drummond does do better than Embiid is roll off the pick and roll.
Yes,
he sets solid screens and he rolls.
Absolutely.
He dives directly for the rim. He goes directly at the rim. So I like to see that a lot tonight. If I saw that for 10 straight plays, I would not be upset.
Most definitely.
So my key is Tyrese Maxey and Drummond having a good 1-2 punch tonight.
Yes, sounds good. I hope we see a nice, tight, close game. I don't want to see a 30-point blowout. I want to see a game. It doesn't really matter to me so much wins or losses, but I really want to see them compete.
And this is where you should want to compete the hardest, because if I'm a Sixer right now, I know everybody looking at it like, the one guy's not playing who y'all need, so y'all gonna get blown out the gym. Take that personal and go out there and say, no, we a team. It's not just Joel. I know at times it may look like it's just Joel, but we a team. So I'm looking forward to everybody stepping up into a role. And it was just pinned to the bottom a minute ago, but you're gonna look out. Steph Curry usually shows up in these games, y'all.
Most
And
definitely.
Sim, Bassie is gonna back up Drummond tonight.
Most definitely. And I'm looking forward to seeing the young guy, even all the Paul stuff I'll talk about. I'm looking forward to seeing Bassie and see what he can do.
He had
has
some good
potential.
stuff at the
He does
beginning
have
of the
potential.
season.
Yeah.
I'd like to
most
see that
definitely.
return to form.
So any
He's
closing
doing
thoughts
really
from
well in
anybody?
G League.
You're welcome, OG. You're welcome.
So
Let's go Sixers, man.
for those,
I want
let's
this
go
dub.
Sixers.
I want this dub.
Come see about us
man.
on post game, man. You'll hear us argue more. You'll hear us talk
So
about
wait,
our win.
there's no
hopefully.
arguments here. Arguments.
There's debates.
There we go.
Isn't that what?
I mean, I know I'm right most of the time.
Isn't that what a sports show is supposed to be?
They
Most
say
definitely.
they tired of us.
Turn on ESPN. Uncle Shannon and Skip always arguing.
I'm about to start
Stephen A.
trolling
Smith
DG like
and Skip
Uncle Shannon
always
do.
arguing. Am I right?
Most
I
definitely.
don't see them kissing each other on the show. They always arguing.
They tired of us.
Most
They tired of us agreeing all the time.
Most definitely. Real quick, for those who don't know, look on top right-hand side of the screen. We are on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, Twitch, Snapchat, and TikTok. Look us up, eat.sleep.sixers. Jose, what they need to do?
Don't forget to tell a friend, to tell a friend, to tell a friend. Let's get it.
Let's
if
go
you are not
Sixers.
here on game day, I don't know where you are pre and post game. Come see us post game. Let's talk about a Sixer W. Let's go Sixers.
Let's go Sixers!
Let's go
See y'all
Sixers.
post game.